All right, so here you go. This is the ingredients. Hey, not a whole lot. I'm gonna start off by going ahead and just showing, look, this is my pure vanilla extract, right? We're gonna use a 1/4 teaspoon. Now, because it doesn't have so many, ingredients, right? I decided not to even put this in a bowl. Hey, sometimes it's more of a, something like this. This is just like super simple. So we're just gonna put a 1/4 teaspoon of baking vanilla. Then we got that, that powdered sugar, right? A couple of tablespoons. Listen, this is salted butter, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna melt it. So this would be 2 tablespoons of melted. And then right here, you want to get yourself a fresh pack, of Oreo cookies, right? These are just the regular ones. Here I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. I got 18. We're gonna use 18 of these. We're gonna make that crust, right? And we're gonna make it in this springform pan. This is a non-stick springform pan. And then I'll put the link down into in the description box below. And I'll also pin it in the #1 comment if you guys are getting interested in getting one of these. This is a 9-inch springform pan. Here, we got cream cheese. We're gonna use about half of this. And then we got just a little bit over a a whole cup, right? If you look right here, it says 250 milliliters. And don't forget, if you guys know that I do work with Elisa, from Elisa in the kitchen. Her being overseas, she has, they give different measurements. So things come milliliter like that, and I gotta convert them over, for myself. And I'm gonna be putting it all together with my KitchenAid, hand mixer. Hey, super easy. You guys are gonna love the presentation. And listen, you see the bottom of this? Look, this old fashioned, ice cream scoop. For those of you guys that know about cold stones, hey, what is this? They use something like this. But look, we're gonna use the bottom of this because we're gonna crush them cookies up and we're gonna work it like this back and forth just to get them broke up. Now, with that being said, you see all of the ingredients. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna, move our ingredients. We're gonna set up our workstations so that we can have a good workflow. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get ourselves a bowl and we're gonna go with 12 of these Oreo cookies, right? So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. We'll put these other 6, we'll put these over here. And these right here, what I'm gonna do is, check this out. We're just gonna take them, I'm gonna crumble them and break them up right now and just get them into the bowl like this, right? Now I'm gonna go ahead and get the back end of this ice cream scoop. So anything you guys have that has some kind of blunt, round edge on the back, and what you wanna do is, you just wanna take it, and you wanna just start getting it to break. Now look, this is what you wanna get them down to, like little small pieces like this. And because it has that stuffing, you're gonna get some that clump up together, right? But no worries. Once we got them all broke up, as best as we can, now what we want to do is go ahead and melt our butter. And now that our butter is melted, you just want to go ahead and just pour this in here like this. Right? We're still going to use the back end of this. We're just going to give it a stir and we're going to work it down some more. What we're doing is we're getting it to be almost like a wet sand texture. Now, as you guys can see, look, it's almost like wet sand, right? Now, look, when I look at this right here, I wish I could contact her right now because I'm looking at it, right? And I'm looking at the volume here. And then when I take a look at this is a 9-inch springform pan, right? I'm saying if I had a smaller one, I believe this would work. So what I'm gonna do is right now, I'm gonna go ahead and double it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna double the Oreos in here. I'm gonna double the whole complete recipe. So what you guys see on the screen, we're gonna call that maybe a 5 to a 7-inch springform pan. That'll be fine. But I know that I would like to have a thick bottom crust. You know what? So that way when you cut it and you slice it, you got that nice base at the bottom and it doesn't do nothing but scream out Oreo. Now what I'll do is I'll just start breaking these up like we did. Now that I doubled the volume, this looks a lot better. I can see this right here coating it on the bottom. So listen, don't forget, when you see the recipe, that's for a 5-inch. I'll put everything down in there and that'll be all correct. So all you gotta know is, since I'm using a 9-inch springform pan and I wanna have some type of thickness to my bottom crust, right? So I just doubled the recipe. That's it. So once you got them all broke up, we got to get them like that again. Like it looked like a little, it looked like dry sand right now, right? So I'm gonna go ahead, here go another 2 tablespoons. We'll just pour this in here. Just use this just to mix it up a little bit. And you can see it. And then this is why I say it starts to look like wet sand, you know, but once you keep grinding it in here, you know what I mean? And you still, you know, grinding it into smaller pieces till it becomes more like a crumb, or again, like I say, like a sand, then it'll be ready. I like this right here. It looked like it's got a lot of clumps to it, but it kind of like just, you know, forms it, you know, they stick to each other, you know what I mean? They form their own, but listen, we're gonna put it inside the spring form right now, then we're gonna mash it down, pat it down, and we're gonna use the spatula. Okay, now that we got that set up, what I'm gonna do is, we're just gonna take this, and what we're gonna do is we're just gonna put it down here on the bottom, just like this. Right? Then we're gonna take our spatula, and what we're gonna do is we're just gonna put it like this, and we're gonna use the spatula to like just mash it down. But right now we wanna make sure we coat the bottom completely. So what I'll do is I'll turn it so you guys can see it, you know, on both sides. Now you can see why I said we needed to add some more to it. And again, when I tell you guys about having the right tool for the job, this is perfect. You know, with this flexible end right here, I can get right next to the corners and I can just mash it down. Everything stays nice and neat. You know, it's just nice and uniform and it's smooth. And that melted butter, along with the Oreo stuffing, holds this together nice. Now, let me bring it up here so you guys can see. And that's what you guys should have right there. It's packed, it's nice, it smells good, and I gotta resist. I keep telling you, that milk is calling my name. Now let me get my bowl. And first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put our whipping cream inside. Okay, now look, I'm just gonna go ahead and take my electric mixer, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna beat this, and we're gonna whip it up, and we wanna do is double this in volume, right? It should form some type of, some kind of peak. So here we go. Now look, if you notice, I started off on low, right? Reason being, listen, if you hit it with it, you know, mixed too high, you know, with those the beaters on there moving too strong, it's just gonna splash it everywhere. So I start off on low and then I ease it up, right? And then you can just see, you wanted to get it thick and where it starts to form a peak, just like what you see right there. Now, once this is done and it looks like this, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit it back into the refrigerator and we're gonna keep this chilled while we go on to the next step. Now, we got that in the refrigerator, right? Now what we wanna do is we wanna go ahead and get our cream cheese. And don't forget, we doubled everything, right? So we just dumped that whole thing of cream cheese in our bowl, come with our powdered sugar, and then our Watkins, right? This is our vanilla extract. Now, remember earlier I said that I didn't put it in a bowl, you know what I mean? Because it's still about having a good workflow and the fact that you don't have to worry about another bowl being washed. You know, it's just easier for me just to go ahead and just make that a ½ a teaspoon. Now you want to start off on low, just like we did before, and you want to just go ahead and mix that. And what we're looking for is like a creamy, you know, that's the creamy texture that we like. That right there is what you want to see. Now that we have this done, right? I'm just going to set this off like this. Now you can see here it is right here. What we're going to do is we're going to add this right here. And I can tell you, listen, I went ahead and cheated it and tasted it, and you want to talk about good. Oh my goodness, I can't wait. Now, once you got everything poured into the, you know, our bowl, what you want to do is get your mixer again, and then you just want to start off on slow. And what you want to do is you want to mix it thoroughly. And then, you know, halfway through it, you want to go ahead and scrape the edges with your spatula and scrape the bottom because you want to get an even, you know, mix, right? So then when you're done, then this part is really up to you. It depends on how much Oreo you would like to have in your filling, or, you know, you can put as much as you like or as little as you like. What I did was just broke up those 6 cookies, stirred it up, and what I do is when I do it like that, I just fold it over. You notice I didn't use the hand mixer, right? I just went ahead and folded it over, and then it looked like that. If I would have had a lot more cookies, but because I kept eating them, you know, those Oreo cookies, I didn't have a lot to like put in there. That was my bad. Didn't know I was gonna be doubling the recipe. But after that, you could just see right here. Here's where it becomes self-explanatory, right? You just want to get all of your filling inside of your spring-form pan. And then what you want to do is you want to take your spatula and you want to work it. And the objective is, listen, the objective is to get it level and spread all the way to the edge. So just take it and use whatever technique you guys have that you know that you use when you do baking. But other than that, you can just see how I did. I just like worked it around, got it as even as I could, and then that's what you get right there. Now, I went and got me some more cookies, and believe me, folks, I was running out, because listen, I was having cookies, you know, throughout the whole cook, right? So, just break them, and what we're doing right now is we just decorating the top. Now, this part is up to you, but I think it gives it like a nice, you know, finish. Just break them up, set them on top, and it'll be just like that. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it in the refrigerator. Now, it's up to you. You can put it in the refrigerator for up to 6 to 8 hours, or you can leave it in there overnight. Okay, here we go. Just took it out of the refrigerator. Now just keep in mind, listen, I chilled mine overnight, right? Remember, 6 hours is good, you know what I mean? But I went ahead and opted just to go ahead and, you know, do it overnight. So this is a spring form pan, right? So you guys can see that. Now this particular pan, look, you see how these little latches right here, they like slide up, and you can see like it kind of like spring open, right? You just want to take both of them off, you know, real simple. Just, you know, be careful. Once you got it off, then you just want to work with it. You know what I mean? You want to make sure that, you know, when you're taking the separating the halves, that nothing really like stuck, right? But that's a non-stick pan too. And there you have it. Look, nice. Not even that much stuck to the sides. Look, just make, you know, handle it with care, and that's what you come up with right there. I hope you guys can just see just how good and easy this is to make. You know what I mean? Hey, so listen, got my little spatula, and now it's time to go ahead and eat me some of this. So I want you guys to tell me what you think about this. You want to talk about something that's like super easy? It doesn't get no better and no easier than that, right? No bake, come on. Just mix up a few ingredients, put it in the refrigerator, and then you pull it out and it's ready. Hey, with that being said, hey, we finna get us a slice. You just seen me slice it. And I gotta just say this, listen, I done sampled a lot of things that she has done. You wanna talk about like easy recipes, you know what I mean? Something that's just like truly a delight. And for me, only thing is missing is just this tall glass of ice cold milk. But anyway, enough talking, let's get it.